Sometimes just the thought of building a sales funnel or an email system and all those complicated things, it just sounds hard and it makes us freeze up to where we don't want to do it. However, if you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through how to build an email marketing funnel from start to finish. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If we haven't met yet, this is our first time. My name is Shane Parks. I'm the founder of Operation Passive Income. And on this channel, I like to talk about how normal, regular people like you and I can actually learn how to build small businesses right from our bedroom using the power of the internet and how we can get to multiple streams of income. 2.5 years ago, my wife and I, we started a business from the house where we just kind of started chugging along, started selling digital products. We built it up to a membership group of a little over 400 people. We've got a pretty decent email following, and now we've got a small business that we both run right from the house. We get to spend more time with our family instead of out in the real world, working. And one of the things that I did in our business right from the get-go that I will continue to thank myself for is we started our email list early. It's been the one piece that has allowed us to consistently communicate with our customers, no matter what it is we're doing, no matter the new thing that we want to talk about, no matter the new topic or the flavor of the month that we're really kind of getting into. It's how we keep our subscribers and our followers engaged on the things that we're doing. But how do you get people on your email list? That's step number one, right? And that's what we're going to go through today. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through all the way from start to finish on how to build a landing page, how to create an email sequence that goes out without you having to hit the send button, right? All pre-written. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how to create an automation to where your email list works for you 24/7. This is the part that makes things like passive income possible, right? In order to have passive income, we need passive systems, or in this case, really automated income using automated systems. That's kind of the goal of what we're getting into. But I'm going to take you guys into my back office of my actual email marketing system so you guys can kind of take a little sneak peek behind. But also, I'm going to walk you through how to choose a template, how to go through and modify that template, make it your own landing page, and then how does, after somebody signs up on your email list, how do they actually receive all the things? Right? All the good things that you got to let them know about. So we're going to walk you through that starting right now. Now, a good email funnel doesn't have to be super complicated. Like I said, we need to have just a few parts and pieces that we can put together so it's already functional, right? Step number one is a landing page. So what is a landing page? Landing page is a simple one-page website that has an opt-in form. And when somebody signs in, they will get something in exchange back, right? We call these freebies, or lead magnets are really kind of the normal nomenclature for this type of squeeze page. So once they receive that download, what else can you get them into as far as your ecosystem goes that allows them to get to know you, right? Your email marketing lead gen funnel should be a way for you to kind of build that know, like, and trust factor and communicate effectively with your new subscribers. So those are going to be the three parts that we're going to go through today. Is how to build a landing page, how to put together an email sequence, and then how to create the automation behind it. I will be showing you how to do this in ConvertKit. Now, I've tried Aweber, I've used MailChimp, I've tried Constant Contact. I found that ConvertKit to probably be the easiest email marketing system to use overall. Just its ease of use, functionality, the automations, and honestly, even the pricing, I find that it's probably the best way to go. Now, you guys can support the channel and get a 30-day free by using the link down in the description below. So if you'd like to support us, go ahead and use that link. You can get signed up 30 days for free. Just make sure when you choose your plan, in order for this to work that I'm going to show you, you choose the creator account. That's the one that has automation. Without automation, this isn't going to work all that well for you, right? So this here that I already have up on the screen, this is our dashboard of ConvertKit. You guys can see we've got currently 4,745 email subscribers. We've got an average open rate of about 23.1%, an average click rate of 2.43% out of just about 500,000 emails sent, right? Now up at the top, I'm going to go ahead and scroll this in just a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and scroll this in here a little bit just so you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay. Up at the top, you have 5 categories lined out here. So subscribers, automations, landing pages and forms, broadcasts, and products. Cool thing about ConvertKit, you can actually sell digital products within your emails that are of your own making, receive payment without even having a website. So I'm going to do a whole nother video on that. If that's something you want to learn how to do, is selling digital products from your email list, make sure you guys go down, smash that subscribe button for me. And then at the same time, hit the bell notification so you know when I put out a new video. I have a new training or tutorial every Thursday. I go live every Friday night. And then also I have a passive income Q&A session that I do every Monday where I do some Q&As, just kind of talk about different topics around online business and making passive income, right? But we're going to go ahead and jump in here to a landing page. So up at the top, we're going to click on landing pages and forms, and we're going to go ahead and start building ourselves a landing page. Now in ConvertKit here, you can actually see when somebody signs up, it gives you all these stats of when and where they signed up for. And these all come from different landing pages. And we have tons of different landing pages that we've gone through and made. Each one performs a little differently than the other. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and create a new landing page from scratch. I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. Okay. So how do you want to gather them? You have a choice of either form or landing page. We're going to choose on landing page this time around. The form is you're actually going to embed inside of another website. Okay. That's kind of the whole goal behind it. So once we choose landing page, you're going to see there's several different templates to choose from. Okay. And these go from anywhere from having a video sales page to simple opt-in forms like the Cypress. The Columbia is one we've used quite a bit. But for today's, we're actually going to go ahead and choose a Franklin template. Okay. So inside this Franklin template, we're going to go ahead and shrink it down a little bit here so we can get everything all on the same screen. But you can do a lot with these templates. Okay. So I'm going to show you exactly how I put together one earlier when it came to I actually did a blog post where I built this exact same thing, and I have step-by-step instructions on that as well. You guys can find that at operationpassiveincome.com. Feel free to check that out. Link is down in the description below as well, where you can check out all the different articles that we've done, right? But in here, you're going to have over on this side, general styles. And then within the general style, if you click on any part of this, it'll actually give you the settings for each portion, right? So we don't want it to look anything like this, right? This is the default. We want to make sure that it's starting to look like our stuff. So if you know that you've got your brand, we can start to put a few of these things together. So the first thing I like to do, just to make sure I actually have it feeling like it's at mine, is I'm going to start changing some of the big stuff first. Okay, so we're going to swap out the picture of the gentleman there with a picture of this WordPress. We're going to pretend like we are selling a WordPress starter kit. Okay, so we're going to pretend like we're setting up something for if you wanted to start your own webpage and do some of that. Now, I'm not a big fan of these headings. I like something a little bit softer. So I'm going to switch this over to, let's go Meriwether Sands. I actually like that a little bit better. It's a little bit softer. Okay. The body, I like the body where it's at, but we can hardly see it, right? So we got to change some of this a little bit. The other part too is I want to make sure that we have a decent overlay that plays with this. So I'm going to change the color of the overlay. Make it a little brighter. Okay. Now, these aren't my colors, so I want to make sure that my colors are good. I want to go ahead and change my form background color. So instead of white, I want to make that my OPI green. Okay. And then for bottom background, I'll keep the top white. But let's go ahead and make this bottom background blue. Those are my colors right there, right? Now at the same time, orange button ain't gonna fly. So let's change that background color to the same blue as well. And then this isn't showing up well white, right? So we want to change that font color. We're just gonna make the font itself black. And then we need to be able to see it a little better. So we're going to change this transparency down, make that a little bit brighter. Boom. And now the black is coming through a whole lot better. Let's go ahead and make this the same blue that we did before as well. B5A9E. Get rid of that period. There we go. Your work matters. And let's do the same for that. Let's take the same color. And so we're just coming up with this on a whim, right? You want to spend some time getting your landing page looking the way you want it to look, right? All right, let's check and see how all of this is kind of looking. Let's actually bring the transparency down to about 40%. Make it a little bit easier to see. And then that color, let's adjust just a little bit. And you can see, you can just kind of drag these colors through and find something that kind of works, right? I want it a little bit, there we go. A little bit lighter, but a little green tint to it, okay? Now, I'm not Vincent Smith, so I want to make sure that now I want to actually start changing some of this content a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and swap some of this stuff out. Luckily, I built one of these earlier so that I can basically throw this entire thing together really quickly and not waste your time on the video itself. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to come down here, and you want to think about like the copy of this, right? So your goal is to talk somebody into signing up for your guide, for whatever the case may be. You know, if you've got a video series that you want to show off, you want to make sure that it's enticing enough that people are willing to go through and give you their email address in order to get this kit. It's got that's that lead magnet, right? It pulls them to you. And so this one as an example, as you can see, it's completely different than when we started. It says the complete WordPress starter kit. Download the free WordPress starter kit. This full guide is a complete step-by-step to get you your first host, install WordPress, and start your blog in just 24 hours. This powerful guide can help even the most pure beginner have a working and functional blog in less than a single day. Blogging is still one of the most powerful passive income tools available online today. Don't wait. Don't wait. Sign up now, right? Should you going car salesman without going car salesman? This is you providing value in exchange for something. Now, when you build your landing page, I don't recommend just collecting an email address. Having personalization inside your email is awesome. The only way you can do that is if you at least capture somebody's first name. I don't normally collect last names, but I always like to make sure that I'm collecting a first name. And so when I add that field in here, you can see we go first name. And then on this other side, under the custom field, you can actually select that. And then you can make sure that that is a required question. So they have to answer first name in order to do that, okay? Now, we're not necessarily looking for somebody to sign up. Instead, we're wanting them to want us to just send this, right? So instead of sign up today, I like to swap this out and say, nope, send it now. Send this whole thing right now to me. And here we have a pretty well functional landing page, y'all. This is a pretty easy landing page that we just put together. Now, up here at the top, a couple things to kind of make sure that you focus on with ConvertKit is number one, change the name, right? So this is going to be the WordPress starter kit landing page, okay? That's step one. And then we also want to make sure that we double check all of our different settings. Okay, so now that we've got the majority of the landing page is all built, we've got our settings to worry about, okay? Up here in settings, there are 5 categories of settings that we want to go through. The first one being general, then a domain name, the incentive email, which is probably the most important, the advanced, and then the SEO and analytics, okay? Now under general, you have an option of show a success message or redirect to an external page. Personally, I would recommend always sending somebody to an external page. If this is a free thing that they are downloading right now, awesome, maybe after they get the free thing, you send them over to a sales page with a video of you talking about your entry-level product, right? Think something $7 to $27, low commitment, not very scary. Get them to say yes to you one more time. Or if you just wanted to say, okay, awesome, make sure you still go through and change this, because right now it says success. Now check your email to confirm and download, right? Which I changed it to that confirm and download instead of confirm your subscription. The second one is the domain name, which you can either use the default domain name in here that they actually provide you, or you can set up, if you have a custom domain, you can set up a custom domain or a subdomain under your hosting provider and use that as your domain name for ConvertKit, okay? The third option is the incentive email, and this one is very big. This one's very important because this is what's actually being delivered to your new subscriber. So if they're coming to the Complete WordPress Starter Kit, we want to make sure that what's delivered to them is the right thing, right? So when you use it, it's going to send that very terrible default email. We want to go through and change this. So right now the subject line says, important, confirm your subscription. We want to change that. We want this to be catchy. We want it to be exciting. We want it to be, yay, your WordPress Starter Kit is here, right? And it says, thanks for signing up. Click the link below to confirm your subscription and you'll be on your way. We don't want that to say that either. We actually want to give this a little bit of substance. And so instead we can say, hey friend, so excited that you decided to pick up this incredible starter kit, right? We want to reaffirm their decision to actually get this free guide. We want to talk about how awesome it is again, right? This has everything I wished I had when I first started my blog. I've taken the time to think through all the steps you'll need to have your blog up and running within the next 24 hours. You follow it all the way through. I hope it's helpful. Just click to confirm and download, right? Click to confirm and download. And then I want to change this button to say the same thing. Instead of confirm your subscription, I want it to say confirm and download. And I also want it to be, my green. I want it to be my green color because I like my green color. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. And you can change any of this stuff. F66B. Okay. And we're going to make that text color black just so it comes through. And I want to make it a big button, or you can make it a small button, or you can make it a medium button, however you want to do it. Make it full width, auto, tons of settings that you can go through and do, right? So instead of it's good to have you, can't wait to see what you're building. Talk soon, Shane. And one thing that I like to put in my marketing emails is a little picture, right? Something that it's a picture of me with either me with my family, me working, something like that, just to kind of make it personal, right? To provide a face to what it is you're doing, so you're not just some nameless, faceless thing out on the internet, because there's a lot of that. It's kind of sketchy, right? It really is. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. Here's a decent email. You want to take some time with that. Make sure it comes from your voice, right? But then the second half of this is to, after confirming, redirect to either a URL or the download, right? In here with ConvertKit, this is where I make sure that we do the download. Under general, that's where I redirect from the landing page to another page. But in the actual incentive email, I want them just to receive their download, right? That way I'm not sending them to multiple places. So in here, you can go through and choose a file. And just as an example, I'm going to go ahead and go to my stuff here. And I'm just going to put in one of the freebies that I've built, right? So this is supposed to be a WordPress starter kit. I haven't actually built one of those yet. It's on my list, but it's not there. Instead, I'm going to do the email launch checklist. Okay. That's what I'm going to go ahead and put in here. Also, so you guys know too, that is basically what I'm walking you guys through. So if you're interested, you can actually go through and download this free guide that I put together for you guys. Okay. It's a simple walkthrough. It's got the 9 basic steps just to make sure as you're doing the same thing I'm showing you right now, that you have it 100% covered. You can check off the boxes as you go. So down in the description below, you guys can get that free guide, and then boom, you'll know exactly that you got all of this done. But now you guys can see we've got the OPI email launch checklist is attached in there. So that's good. Under advanced, the only thing that this shows is, do you want it to continue to show the form if they've already subscribed to it? Hide it, show a custom content. So you can continue to show the form, or you can just hide the form. That just takes the email and name away, shows everything else. You can send the subscriber to a thank you page. Don't want to do that because we've already redirected them different places. And then you can put in an invisible recapture. Okay, that's it. It's on your form. It enables the badge to show at the bottom right corner of your site. That's just to make sure you don't have a bunch of bots coming in and joining your email list, right? And then the SEO and analytics. This is the part that's also big, because if anybody was to Google this, or if you were to post this into Facebook, for example, or into any other social media, when you post the link, this actually shows the preview of the content, right? So if this is the complete WordPress starter kit, I want that to actually be the title, right? So I'm going to come in here and just copy it. Just make this a little easier for ourselves. And I'm going to paste it in there. And then I'm going to put Operation Passive Income so that if anybody is searching for this, they can receive it directly from that, right? I'm going to save it. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy this first little bit here. And then I'm going to go back to my settings. And I'm going to put this in as the description. So the description says, download the free WordPress starter kit. This full guide is a complete step-by-step to get you your first host, install WordPress, and start your blog in just 24 hours. Sounds pretty awesome, right? And then for the image we want it to show up, well, I'm going to go ahead and just use this image of the laptop, right? This is my laptop with my Yoda mug. As you can see right now, it matches my Yoda shirt. Not a Star Wars fan at all, right? Not a Baby Yoda fan at all. Which, by the way, okay, if you're a Baby Yoda fan, Star Wars fan, even if you're not talking into the whole business thing, which if you're watching right now, you all probably already are. Again, go down, hit that subscribe button again, hit the bell notification, come hang out with me a couple times a week as we build up this channel. So I'm having a little bit of fun with it. Now, if you do have your Google Analytics set up or a business, Facebook business, you can attach a pixel in here. You can attach it into your Pinterest. Lots of things that you can do. I'm going to let you guys Google how to do those for now. Okay, and that's not going to be part of this tutorial. But there is a functional working landing page. Okay, all we have to do is hit publish, and boom, we now have it. If I go to a new page, I paste this thing in, we've got it. Okay, so that's going to be step one. Step one is just getting the landing page built. Like I said, it's a very simple landing page. There's not a whole lot to it. All we're trying to do is just get people to just go email address, first name. If you put too much information on there, it almost seems confusing. It almost seems kind of scammy, right? We're just trying to get the WordPress starter kit. We're trying to get that name on our email list, okay? So that's step one. Step number two is to start setting up your sequence, right? So what happens once you have somebody onto your email list? Now what? What do you email them, right? Well, we've got a couple different ways that we can go on this. We have set up a couple different sequences within our system. So if you go here under automations, just reshare the screen again. We're going to leave the landing page and we're going to go to automations. I'll show you guys, like we've got several different types of animations that are running, right? We have tons of different sequences. So up top here, you have sequences. These are different sequences that we have running. Some of them are, this one's a 4-day sequence with 5 emails. We've got another one's a 0-day sequence with 1 email. We've got our new subscriber sequence. This is an 11-day sequence with 7 emails. You guys can see we got a 60% open rate, 13% click rate on that. That's like our normal, that's our normal new subscriber sequence that we have running right now. 143 have already gone through it. 106 are actively going through it right now. So this one, that's a fairly new and updated one for us. But in here, you can actually create a new sequence. Okay, and so we're going to say that this sequence is called the WordPress free guide sequence. Now, here's an example of like a sequence, right? So this is what's called the soap opera sequence. I'm going to give credit to our marketing company, Be Known, for this. They actually had this as part of a template sequence, but I thought this was a really good one that's been taught in a lot of different places in a lot of different ways, right? But basically, day one, your email number one is going to be what sets the stage, right? This is kind of the introduction to you. This is a little bit more about your story. This is kind of, hey, this is how I started doing what I'm doing now. And this is everything that I can teach you is going to be this. Okay. But I'm going to be back tomorrow and I'm going to tell you something. And then day two is your high drama story with a little bit of your backstory and the wall that you ran into, right? So, you know, I was trying so hard to build my blog, but I kept running into the fact that I didn't know what plugin I was supposed to download. I didn't know how to actually embed a form. And I didn't know if I'm making pages or posts, right? But that's when I realized that I found a step-by-step system that really worked for me. And I took it and I made it even better, right? And but I'm going to tell you what made it even better tomorrow, which brings you to day three, which is this epiphany and the one thing, right? Hey, so the epiphany that I found was, right? And the one thing that really made it all work for me. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it tomorrow. You get to day four. Now you're going to show all the hidden benefits behind it. And then on day five, you're going to go for a call to action. You're going to go for a close, right? Actually close on a deal. So that's just kind of an example of a sequence, okay? Now, when you're actually building it out, so this is the new sequence that we started, you'll see that over here, you have one email, right? And it just brings, all you see is the subject line and one day, okay? In here, you can actually just choose how many emails you want the sequence to be. You can just kind of lay that out as the foundation. So let's just say we're creating a 5 email sequence like the one we just had. So we go add email, add email, add email, add email, right? And then we can choose when do we want these emails to actually go out. So if I come back up here to the first one, they're going to get the confirm and download email right away. Maybe I want them to receive this other one also right around the same time, or I can wait, for another day. If you want it to go out immediately, all you got to do is actually change send email from 1 to 0, okay? And you'll notice this changes to immediately, or it'll go back to after 1 day. So we're going to send this first one out immediately, okay? So immediately, we want this first one to kind of set the stage, right? So we might write a subject line around the lines of like, here's a fun story no one would ever expect about me, right? Because now you're going to make them an insider. So here's something that nobody else would ever think about when it comes to me, right? And then for the next one, the next email, we want that to go out the next day, right? So in here, we want to make sure as you write this email, you're making it captivating, but you also set the tone for when they're going to get the next email. So if you're going to send another one tomorrow, say, I'm going to send you another email tomorrow. Let them know to expect it. That will help your open rate. Plus, it makes it look like you fulfill the things that you say, right? Which is also really cool. So we'll go to email number 2, right? This one's going to go out 1 day after. And we want this one to be our high drama story, the wall we ran into, right? So maybe your subject line on this one would be something like, I kept having this same problem. Let's make sure that we either capitalize or don't capitalize. Don't do it like I do where I kind of capitalize some things and then I have to go through and fix this, right? I kept having the same problem. Well, if you're looking at the things that I'm talking about, maybe you're having the same kind of problem too, right? And that's where you kind of get people to connect with the way your brain's kind of working on it. Day 3, maybe we want this one to go out an extra day. So we'll change this one to 2 days, right? Now this is going to be this is where we kind of hit that one thing, right? So I'll say the one thing that actually helped. You tell that I typed that before. The one thing that actually helped. ... Hey friend, I know yesterday I told you that I was going to right? I'm going to put this email together. The one thing that actually helped me. Day 4. This one's going to go out one more day ahead, right? The hidden benefits. So we'll do, what are the hidden benefits, right? What I didn't realize was also happening in my business. Oh, there's a hidden benefit, right? I didn't realize that this was happening until I realized it. Because there's these hidden benefits of this thing that I learned that I'm now telling you about, right? In which point, I'm going to get you on the next email to go to my call to action and actually complete a purchase, right? So day 5, we're going to have this one go out. Maybe we'll make this one a 2-day delay as well. So now we've got a 5 email sequence over an 8-day period. And we can say something like, don't forget to check this out, right? Don't forget to jump on this before it's too late. Listen, if you have a sale that the time's expiring, that's okay. It's okay to let your time expire, right? It's okay to show a little sense of urgency that you're only running this till this happens. It's okay for them to receive that. But now, once you go through and you complete each email, obviously these are still just templates, right? But once you go through and publish these, and you go step by step, write them out, publish your sequence, get it ready to go. And we're actually going to test this out here in just a moment, right? Here in a second, we're going to create the automation, but you now have a working sequence. This is a working sequence, even though we've got these different, it's just template message inside. We've got a subject line. It's built. We're going to say it's built. Okay. So we're going to go back. That's now done. We're going to go back to automations. We now have to make it to where when they sign up on your landing page, this tag is added and then this sequence happens, right? So we're going to start ourselves a new automation. Here under automations, we're going to create this automation and we're going to start with joins a form. So when you join any form, I can come through here and find it, right? So we're going to go to our WordPress starter kit form. We're going to add that as an event. And then here, let's make this a little bit bigger. So when you sign up on the form, we're going to hit this little plus sign and we're going to add a tag. I want tags because tags give me descriptions, right? So if you already have one, I already have a tag in here called WordPress interest. Well, if you're interested in a starter guide for WordPress, then I'm going to label you as somebody who's interested in starting WordPress. So if I have a plugin that I recommend or a theme that I'm an affiliate for, I can recommend this theme to you. And I know you're interested in WordPress, right? So I'm going to add that action. And I'm going to add one more that says, if you're added onto that tag, I'm also going to add you to this email sequence. And we're going to create the sequence, which is the WordPress free guide sequence. So we're going to add this action. Okay. And voila, we have ourselves an automation. Now here's the one big trick, and I've missed this a few times, so where I thought I was good to go, there's this live button over here in the corner. Okay. You have to click this on. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on right now. And this is now a live sequence. Okay. So if I come back here to our landing page, I should be able to put in my information. I'm going to go Shane at operationpassiveincome.com. First name is Shane. Send it now. Let me go find my email without showing off my email to the entire universe. And we're going to go. I'm going to pull this up just standalone. Bop. Okay. Here it is. Hey friend, so excited you decided to pick up this incredible starter kit. And so I should be able to hit confirm and download, which brings me to the email marketing launch checklist that I embedded since I don't have a WordPress starter kit yet. Okay, it's coming. So that just arrived inside my email, showing that it is now functional and working. So you guys, that is the bulk of it. That is exactly what we came here to do. We came here to go through and set up a full marketing funnel. We now have an automated funnel that is working, and we did it in less than an hour. Of course, it will take a little bit more time as you're typing up your email sequence, but that is what we came here to accomplish today. So hopefully this helped. Make sure you take the time to go back through it. Make sure you practice this. You're going to get faster at it, better at it with time. But if you follow these steps right alongside the video, make sure you get that free guide, the email marketing checklist guide. Get that. That way you got that. Then you'll also be on my email list. So you'll know anytime I post a video, anytime I'm talking about affiliate marketing, email marketing, how to create digital products, how to sell without having a website, all the things that we like to talk about here on the channel. So again, while you're at that too, make sure hit that button, go subscribe, right? The little bell notification, smash like for the algorithm, and I will see you again on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.